A very good morning to class 9. This is computer class. I hope you all are fine inside the home and you are doing your work on time. Today we will continue our chapter number 4. This is the last part of this chapter and program obviously we will continue in next class also. This is chapter number 4, values and data types. So today we will start with the topic variables. Today we will discuss the topics variables and constants. These two topics were left in this chapter in theory part. So first of all, what is the variable? Variable means whose value can be vary just like a container. Variable is just like the container in which you can contain anything according to your wish. For example, if there is a glass, in the same glass, you can store water, you can store juice, you can store milk. So the same container, but the values can be different. In the same way, a variable is a named memory location. Means in the memory, it will occupy some space and that will be fixed for that variable. Means it will occupy some space in the memory and that memory will be reserved for that variable. Okay, if you will put a glass on the table, so on the table it will occupy some space. In the same way, a variable with a name, okay, there is a variable with a name, like for a variable num. So num is the variable name and it will occupy the space in the memory, okay, and it will hold some value, like the glass sometime it can hold water or it can hold juice or it can hold milk. In the same way, a variable is also a named memory location which holds a data value of a particular data type. It means which type of value it will contain, that will depend upon its data type. If we will talk about the values, the values can be of integer type, can be of float type, can be of double type, can be of char type, can be of boolean type. So according to its data type, it will contain the value. Okay, you know that if your data type is int, it cannot hold the value of double type. Okay, and if your data type is double, it cannot hold the value like the boolean type. Okay, so this is a named memory location which will hold the data value of a particular data type. Now, how can we declare a variable? So, general form of declaration of variable is, what is the general form? First of all, we will write its data type. Okay, which data type? Integer, float, double, char, boolean, whatever, and then variable name. For example, int num. Int is the data type. Okay, int is data type, which type of variable we will declare, and then variable name is num. It means I declared a variable num of data type int. Okay. Now, next question, how can we initialize a variable? Means what will be its initial value? It can be changed, but what will be its initial value? We can initialize like this, int num. Okay, int num, that is the variable declaration, and now we will initialize by equal to and then its value. Means I initialize the variable num which is of int type by 10. Okay, understood? So this is the way of initialization of variable. How can we declare the variable? Data type and variable name. And initialization, same data type, variable name equal to, and then its value, initial value. Okay. Here I have created a table. Why? A table for initial value of the variables means you can say that what will be the default value of any variable. It depends upon its data type. The default value of any variable, suppose if you will not give any value, if you will not initialize that variable by any value, then by default also automatically also it will be initialized by default. So if your variable is of data type byte, it will initialize by default by 0. If it is short, then also it will by default it will initialize by 0, and for int also it will be initialized by 0. Okay, byte will be 0 of byte type, short of byte type, and 0 here of for int type. Okay. Next, if your variable is of long type, it will be initialized by default 0L. 0L means it is integer but it is long integer. Float. Float, if your if your variable is of float data type, by default it will be initialized by 0.0f. It means it will contain the decimal value, real numbers, fractional number, but if we will declare it by f, it means it is of float type. And if your variable is of double data type, it means its initial value by default 0.0d. D means it is of double type. You can see that 0.0 for float and 0.0 for double. But if I will mention here, f means float and d for double. Char. If your variable is of char type, by default it will contain null character. Okay, no character. And boolean, if it is of where variable is of boolean data type, by default its initial value will be not true, it will be false. You know that boolean can contain only two values, either true or false. So not true, it will by default it will contain false. Okay, so this is the table of by default value, initial value of any variable for the particular data type. Byte 0, short 0, int 0, long 0L, float 0.0f, double 0.0d, char, null character, and boolean with false value. Okay. Now we will see what are the constants. You know that constants means whose value do not change when the program will execute. It will not change during the program or when we execute the program. So in a program, often we give a name to a constant value. Okay, if we will declare, we will give it that value. If we will declare a constant value, we will give it a name. Often we are doing like this. For example, there is a fixed tax rate of 0.02. 0.02. Okay, and we will declare it as double tax rate. Double tax rate, and I was given it as 0.02. I fixed it as 0.02. And how can I fix this value? How can I make it as constant? By using final keyword. Which keyword? Final keyword. So final keyword makes a variable as constant. Understood? It will not change if you will declare final keyword. If you will write final keyword before the data type, it means that variable is declared as constant. Okay. It is a tax rate is a variable, but now its value become constant. Okay. By using the keyword final. Okay. Understood it? So its value will not change during program execution. This is the difference between variable and constant. Variables can be changed, but constants cannot be changed. Next we will see these programs are given in your book also. Now we will next part of our class is programs. There were two topics which were left in this chapter, variables and constant. Now we will start our programming part. Write a program to print details about you, that is your name and your age, but by using variables. Okay, you know that how can you print the details or anything, how can you print? By using system.out.println. I know that you all know this. So, but how we can do it? By using variables. So, first of all, we'll declare the class. Class name is first, and then function we will declare inside the class. We'll declare the function. Function name is display, and then we will take a variable. Two variables we will take. Why? First for name and second for age. So name, you know that name will be obviously of string type and age will be of course in number, so we will take int type. Okay, so I declared here two variables. First is name of string type and age is of int type. And now I initialize the value of name variable is Rohan, and I initialize the value of age as 16. Okay, means I hold the value for name variable Rohan and for age variable 16. Then we will use the method for printing system.out.println. And I want to give the message also. You know that which message you want to give, that we will give in double quotes. So same I have done here. My name is, like that I print my name is and then my name. Okay, so my name is as it is I will print in the double quotes, and plus you know that if we will join it with the variable value, then we will write the plus. My name is and then name. Name means it will not print my name is name. It will print which value is stored in the variable name. So which value is stored in the variable name? Rohan. So it will print my name is Rohan. Okay, and then statement will be over by semicolon. Okay, be careful. And then again system.out.print, because I have to print age also. So next message, next method I will use system.out.println, and then I will first give the message in the quotes my age is, and then I will join it with the variable. What is my variable? Inside that my age is given. Yes, age. So I will join it with age. How I will write? My age is in double quotes to print the message as it is, and age will print the value stored in variable age. Okay, so how it will give the output? My age is 16, because 16 is stored in the variable age. So output will be like this. My name is Rohan. Next line, my age is 16. Why next line? Because I used here print ln, print in next line. Okay, understood it? Now we will see the next program. Is write a program to print sum of three given numbers. And the three numbers are also given: 1221, 2332 and 3443. For this, first of all, I will declare the class. Class name is test. Then I will declare the function, that is my method. Then I will start after the declaration of class and method, I will declare the variables. So all are of integer type. So simply first I will give the int, and then after using commas we can declare all the variables, because all are of int type. So I want how many variables total? First variable num1 for first number, second variable num2 for second number, third variable num3 for third number, and one variable sum. What is the use of sum? Because when we will add these three numbers, we have to keep the output also, we have to store the output also to store the result, to store the sum. So one more variable I will declare sum. Total four variables I will declare, three for three numbers and one for sum. Okay, now I will initialize the variables. Already values are given: num1 1221, num2 equal to 2332, and num3 is equals to 3443. Okay, now simple how we can add. In which variable I want to store the sum, that variable name is sum. So sum is equals to num1 plus num2 plus num3. Okay, simple how you are adding in the maths. In the same way, we will add the variables. It means we are adding the values which are stored in the variables num1, num2 and num3. Now, I want to print like this. First, I want to print those all numbers and then I will print the sum. Already I have done the sum. Now the printing part. So for printing we will use the method system.out.println. So first line what I will print, three given numbers are. Okay, this is the first output. Then next line I want to print num1. Next line I want to print num2. Third line I want to print num3. So num1 will print what value is stored in the num1, 1, 2, 2, 1. Next num2 will print which value is stored in the variable num2, 2, 3, 3, 2. And third one num3, it means which value is stored in the num3, 3, 4, 4, 3. Okay. And last we will print sum equal to as it is, so we will write in double quotes and then plus because we are joining this message with the variable, and then we will print the value of sum. So what is the value of sum? What we will get after adding the values of num1, num2 and num3. Okay, so we will get the output like this. First of all, three numbers are given. Okay, then num1 value of num1 1 2 2 1. Next line num2, so it will print value of num2 2 3 3 2. Next line num3 value of num3 3 4 4 3, and then sum equal to, so first of all it will print sum equal to, and then after the addition of values of num2 num3 num1 plus num2 plus num3, 6 9 9 6 means sum of these three numbers. Okay, so in this way you can print the sum of any numbers, any given numbers. Okay, let's see the third program. Third program is write a program to find the perimeter of a triangle with sides 10 centimeter, 14 centimeter and 15 centimeter. You know that perimeter of a triangle equal to sum of the length of all the three sides. It means we have to add 10 centimeter plus 14 centimeter plus 15 centimeter. So for this, first of all we will declare the class. Class name is calc. After declaration of calc, we will after the declaration of class we will declare the function, that is compute. Okay, and then we will declare, after the declaration of class and method, we will declare the variables. What are the variables? How many variables we want? First variable we want to keep the value of first side. Second variable I want for to store the value of second side, and third variable I want to store the length of third side. It means three variables are fixed to store the values of three sides of triangle. So I declared three variables, all are of int type. So this is the second way. In last program I declared once in a same line all the variable because all were of int type. Here I am doing initialization and declaration both together. How? Int side one means I am declaring the variable. Okay, all are of integer type. That's why I used here comma, comma, comma. Okay. And initialization also along with the declaration. Declaration means data type and variable name. But I am doing here initialization also, equal to 10, equal to 14, equal to 15. Okay, so initialization and declaration both together. So int side 1, first variable to store the first side. And what is first side? Equal to 10. Now second variable side 2 to store the value of second side. It means 14. And third variable I declare to store the third side of the triangle, that is 15. Okay. I stored all the values of all the three sides. Now I want one more variable. Why? When we will find out the perimeter of these sides, so where we will keep. So I want one more variable to store the perimeter of the triangle. Then we will declare one more variable. We cannot initialize it because we don't know this value. We will calculate it. So int perimeter, only declaration. How we will calculate? You know that perimeter of triangle is equals to sum of all the sides. So we will write the formula. Perimeter is equals to side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3. It means it will add the values of all the three sides. It means it will add 10 plus 14 plus 15. Okay. Now how we will, after the calculation I want to print it also, otherwise how user will know that I have done, and answer I know I have calculated. This is the calculation part, but printing part is also important, so we will use the method println, system.out.println. Now I will give the statement which I have to print as it is. This message: perimeter of triangle with sides 10 centimeter, comma 15 centimeter, 14 centimeter and 15 centimeter is. So this message as it is I have to print. So this complete I will write in the double quotes. Now I will print the value which is stored in the variable perimeter after the calculation. Here I calculated now. So I have, so my perimeter is stored, perimeter value is stored in the variable perimeter. So I will print perimeter. But first of all, this joining operator plus 1, okay. And then I want to give the answer in centimeter. So again cm cannot be added. We will write in the message form only. Okay. So again we will write in double quotes. Okay. So finally your output will be perimeter of triangle. Okay, same perimeter of triangle with sides 10 centimeter, 14 centimeter and 15 centimeter is as it is. Okay, here till here. And then value of perimeter. Value of perimeter after the addition 10, 14 and 15, 39. Okay. And then centimeter as it is because I was written in double quotes. Understood? This is your final output. So in this way you can calculate the perimeter of any shape after adding the length of their sides. Okay. So in the homework also you will do the definition of variables and constant, and then you will do in your copy program number 4.1, 4.2, 4.3 and 4.4. 4.4 is also to find out the perimeter. You can also do it. So these all questions you will do in your computer notebook. In the
Again,
next class, in that class again I will explain you some more programs. Till that time, have a great day. Thank you.